In this video, I would like to show how you can use a command called pgdump in order to make a copy of a PostgreSQL database. Like with MySQL and MariaDB, it's important to have a copy of your databases on a regular basis. If something really bad happens, like we had one time, we had electricity shortage and which all the servers just went down, we ended up with corrupt databases. They were just destroyed. But since I had a valid dump, I could restore from the dump file, which was already on a different server. So yeah, it's good to have a backup. That makes sense. So I will just get started. First of all, you need to be root. So let's do that. Sudo -i. Normally you have to then provide a password. When you see the red prompt here and this character hash, that's an indication that you are root. You can also do this who am I, and it will tell you that now you are root. Very good. Now if I try to just run this pgdump command, which is pg_dump, it will just give me fatal. So this is different from MySQL and MariaDB. In those situations, you should be root. But Postgres doesn't like this. They don't think it's smart that root is allowed to run these commands because, yeah. So in order to run the pgdump command, you do a su -postgres. And Postgres is the user that owns the PostgreSQL service or process or whatever you call it. So now it's starting to look better. So now I already prepared a folder for my backups. I go to backup, PostgreSQL dumps. If I do an ls here, you will see I already have a lot of dumps. Let's do a clear. Now I have a database called Atomics, and I want to make a dump of the data in Atomics. So as you can see, I've already practiced here, so I have to remove the Atomics dump file first, because, okay, good. Now let's try the dump. pgdump, and if I just run it, I don't know what happened. It done something. No. So let's do a pgdump, and then I specify the name of the database. Okay. If I run it now, it will only display the data straight in the terminal. It's standard out. So it will just be like this, right? Doesn't help anyone. It's just a lot of data. So Control C for exit. Let's do a clear. So let's do a proper dump. pgdump Atomics, name of the database, but I want to redirect all the content to Atomics SQL because it contains SQL statements. But I mean, you could call it anything if you want to call it TXT. By the way, no problem in Linux, but it's good to kind of put the correct ending. It's not like in Windows. Well, okay. Anyway, let's do it. Okay, pretty quick because this database is not very big, and you can see here it is 64 megabyte. It was created 11th of August, and yeah. Now, if I really want to make sure that I have a safe backup, I should transfer this file to another server, or have some kind of you can have also some mounts that might so you see here I have some mounts here going to some other servers, so I could copy the file to those area. I can use a tape system to make sure I have a copy of these files. I'm thinking worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is actually that the whole server room, all the servers are burning up, right? And you have to restore all the virtual servers, and you have to take the data. So, but of course, we have a very good infrastructure group. They also do a VM backup, and these are all virtual servers. So we kind of have a backup in a backup in a backup. just to be 100% sure. Alright, so this is the most basic way of doing PG dump of one certain Postgres database. As you can see here, of course, if I go here, you see I have all the databases, including a dump that takes all the databases in one big file, big chunk. So I'm kind of thinking, okay, I can restore a single database. In the worst case, I can restore all the databases. And they're also organized now, you see, based on the day of the week. So I can go back on the Saturday, Friday, Thursday, and I think Wednesday, that's it. So I'm kind of having a 5 days possibility to go back in case, yeah. So yeah, I think that was it. I'll make some more videos with PG dump, how you can make binary dumps. That's a small thing. This is just an SQL. It makes a file with a lot of SQL statements. Sorry, maybe I should just show you how this file looks like. So you see here, it explains what it is, gives some information about the database version, some variables, and it contains all the necessary SQL statements to recreate your database. So let's say if your server is gone, you have to install everything on a new server. You can just copy this file to the new server, run an import. I can explain that in another video. And it will just run all these SQL statements, and it will recreate the entire database on the new server with everything that Postgres has, with functions, sequences, and so forth. Now, of course, if you really want to go deep into this, you can start looking at all the data. But I mean, this one has like 206,000 lines. So, but the most important thing, now I have a dump file. I can copy it to a safe location. In the worst scenario, I can restore it. That's the important thing. Okay, thank you. Then I think this should be enough. Bye.